Hi folks, welcome back to another edition of HP Gaming's GameLINK. Today we are going to be buying, selling, bidding, auctioning and trying to gain the most victory points a la gold as we unbox Medici by Grail Games. But as an extra bonus today, we're not just unboxing Medici, we're also unboxing Medici, the card game version, and the brand new Kickstarter exclusive Medici dice game version from Grail Games. Hey folks, welcome back. My name is Matt, for those of you who don't know me, and we are unboxing Grail Games Medici today. We're going to be unboxing all three versions for you. This is obviously the proper board game version, there's a card game, and the brand new dice game, which was launched on Kickstarter and has just arrived on our shores, and now is being delivered to the rest of the world as well, with everything going on. Don't know a lot about Medici. I know it's good because obviously everyone talks about how wonderful it is. So I look forward to getting into it and getting it to the table, particularly now that we can get out there and have more board game nights. We are out of lockdown here in Melbourne, Australia. So if you are watching this overseas, stick with it. We are with you. We will get through this together. There is not a lot to say about this. The components and everything else are not plentiful. We're going to get through all of the bits and pieces for the card game and the dice game as well. But because there's not a lot in the box, I thought let's just do them all together and make it work. Let's take off the plastic of this one. Here we've got a trusty pocket knife. Now, with everything going on, obviously it's our spectacular with all the unboxings and other bits and pieces we did. Lots happening. At the same time, we have also launched, just to let you know, plastic of course goes on the floor. Something we've been doing, we are launching our Catan Blitz, which has nothing to do with Medici, but it's something we're going to mention. So if you're watching this and you haven't already hit up our website, hpgaming.com.au, you can head to the Catan Blitz page to register. It is only open to residents of Australia at the moment. I'm sorry, our international viewers. But if you are a Catan enthusiast, you can jump on board that one as well. We also have our Tiny Epic Dinosaurs giveaway running at the moment too. So every time you purchase, every time you like or subscribe, you earn entries. And at the end of the month, we're going to be giving away a Tiny Epic Dinosaurs game to one of our lucky and loyal fans. So that's going to be amazing. What we're going to do is we're going to take the plastic off of all the boxes first, so we don't have to do that later. And then we're going to get in close, nice and close, in our HD format that we're recording in now. And that way, you'll get to see all the goodies contained herein the boxes. More plastic on the floor. You can put that one there. And then, of course, the brand new dice game as well, which is the first edition printing of the dice game. Very exciting. And we've also got Boomerang as well from Grail Games, which has arrived too. So we'll be checking that one out in a not too distant future. And we've also had something else arrive just today. So yeah, lots going on now that the floodgates have opened because the restrictions have lifted here in Melbourne. It's just been a great couple of weeks already as we move into the craziest time of the year, which is of course Christmas. All right, we're going to get in close and I'll show you what's in the boxes. I'm really excited to get in and take a look. All right, folks, let's charge on in and see what this is all about. This is, of course, Medici. It is, if I put it this way, it'll fit in the frame. You can see here the artwork is quite nice. It's quite a durable box as well, which is awesome. Really good thumbs up there. Artwork, Vincent Dure is obviously fantastic, great artwork, great feel to it. Reiner Knizia is the designer and a really good, almost a doctor of board games, which is fantastic. Oh, good box openings, quite tight. I didn't expect it to be quite so tight. Let's put that to the side. A rule book, pretty straightforward. Not a lot of pages from what I can tell here, only about 6 or 7 pages. You can see there, playable for 2 to 6 players, ages 10 and up, 60 minutes of play. Bit of flavor text there about what is going on. Nice big full color breakdown of all the components and setup, which is bloody fantastic. I do like the fact that it's only, 7 or 8 pages, really simple. And then you've got all the different scoring for the number of players as well, which obviously you don't want to be in 6th place. That's not very good at all for each different one. How the end of the game works, There he is. There he is. The designer, Reiner Knizia. Obviously, some great quality stuff. Player boards. Now there should be 6 of these in different colours. They're pretty straightforward. I like the fact they've got the gold running off on the side. Really nice and thick board as well. Really durable. Pre-punched too, so you don't have to worry about punching things out yourself, which is a bit annoying because we really love punching out the punch outs and stuff like that, but that's okay. Ooh, that's like a bluey purple color. Good color theme as well. If I look at all the different boards, let me get them all there. Not too many clashes in terms of color blindness. The gold and the white sort of blend together. They actually look a bit better through the screen here than they do in actuality to the naked eye. So I don't know whether that's just the way the camera's sorted out there, but whatever the case, they still look amazing, which we love. The board, score track, bidding board, as I said, not huge amount of components, mostly cards and tokens and things, but the board is all here. Now you've got your scoring track running around the outside, and then you've got all the different goods. So there is the 5 different goods that you bid on, and as you move further up the track, obviously 5 points plus 10 plus 20 points for the different tracks. So the more you have of one thing, the more it's going to be worth, but at the same time, the money you earn from your buying and trading actually turns into your victory points at the end of the game. So you want to make sure you have as many points as possible, but at the same time, you need to be able to spend. Oh, see, look at this. Baggies for storage. Baggies for storage. That's what we want to see. It makes things that much easier. We love it. You've got some sort of first player marker here. And then you've just got a series of tokens as well. So check this out here. Nice and vibrant. Very hefty. My only concern is with this one is it might actually chip a little bit. As you can see, it's got a bit of schmutz. But that's okay. We'll let that slide. And then you've got all the different tokens for all the different goods there. These look like victory point markers, so that if you go around the board once, go around the board twice, etc. Okay, so there's the tokens here, extra tokens for point tracks, etc. And then it looks like we've got these player markers. Now these ones look like they have, they match the player board. So these ones you'll use to mark your position on the board per resource. So that's obviously blue player and red player. I do like they're all separated into similar baggies. So if you wanted to, you could only just get one set if you're just playing a 2-player game. That's kind of cool. And they're quite thick and durable as well, make a good noise, which is awesome. Put them to the side there. And then we'll show you the different colors. I think they've got different symbols on them as well. I could be wrong. I think they represent the different house that you're buying for. So you've got the crown there. These guys have antlers. Oh, House Baratheon. There you go. Maybe this is a bit of a Game of Thrones thing. Let's have a look. What have we got here? We got the ships there. Maybe the Isles of Pike. Now I'm running with the Game of Thrones reference across the board, and I probably shouldn't, but that's okay. And I can see, looking at these ones here, that there is the symbol of the 3-eyed raven there, even though it's only got one eye visible. And you've also got what looks like Maester keys. No, I'm kidding. I should stop with the Game of Thrones analogy, but hey, I've started now. These look like they are little add-ons. I'm not sure what these are for. Whether they are to extend here, maybe. So if you've got less of a player count, maybe you need to extend those on to give you more options, as opposed to just the standard 5. You've got 6 and 7 different things you can purchase. That must be, maybe it's 2-player rules, or maybe a different variant if you're doing solo mode, who knows. To get that knife back again, what have we got here? Looks like the bidding auction cards themselves. More plastic for the floor, everybody. More plastic for the floor. There we go. So we've got here what looks like, let's have a look at the backs first. So these are all different point cards, 2 points, 1 point, 0, 10 gold, 5 gold. They all have different backs depending on the goods that they relate to. And obviously there's all sorts of action symbols and stuff on there as well. Wheat. Now it's Catan. There you go. And these look like player reference cards. So you're scoring there. Put these ones aside. So these are the scoring reference cards, and then here you've got your different, oops, there we go. Different sided player references there. So for 2 players, first and second, 10 and 0, 3 to 6, 10 and 5. And that must be the different, obviously the different resources that you can acquire. And for every 10 gold, you get 1 point, which is awesome. Okay, I do like the strategy involved in making sure you have a certain number of each good. That's cool. On the back, you've got, these must be the backs of the cards. So the other side is obviously the different point values for the goods that you're trading, i.e. 2 for wheat or 10 wheat or gold or whatever the case may be. And that is pretty much everything in the box for this one. Let's pack this up. We are going to pack this one up, and then we'll get straight into the card game version of Medici, which plays very similar. Obviously, it just has cards and not a board. We'll clear all this away and we'll get into it. All right, let's move on to our second one. This is Medici, the card game. Much smaller box, as you can see. Still the same great artwork, Vincent Dure as well. And then you've got all the bells and whistles here. This one obviously is the same game, but you're playing in rows. It's a little different in terms of the mechanics, ever so slightly. But let's get in and have a look. Good box opening, very strong, durable, small box. Great for storing shelf space, which is fantastic. Okay, then we've got a how to play guide. Which looks pretty straightforward. Inventory, your copy of the game includes the following. Then you've got playing the game. Again, another simple, easy one, about 8 to 10. This has got a little bit more pages, a little bit more involved by the look of it. And determining the winner, and then a bit more information about the games in question. It's also got the different language editions here. Based on whereabouts it saves on printing. They only have to make 1 copy rather than different language copies. And we have punch outs. Isn't that awesome? Now these are wicked. They've got like a mirror finish on them, which I'm not sure whether you can see, but I love that. And it's fantastic. You get to see a wonderful view of me talking in the back here. We are going to punch out a 50, and you can see nice glisten and gleam. I love that. That's awesome. A bit thin chipboard, but at the same time, the finish on them, that foil finish, is bloody amazing. I love it. And we've got some 10s there, and we've got the 5s, and it looks like there's obviously a handful of these sheets here. They're cool. Nice job, Grail Games. Bloody fantastic effort. More punch outs, which we get to punch out later on. Baggies for storage, fantastic, absolutely a necessity. And then, of course, what we've all come here to see, the cards. Now, is there a ring pull, a little pull tag on those? Yes, there is. I keep saying ring pull. I've said that in some other videos as well. Going back to my uni days, Rusden, what a town that was. No longer exists, but that's okay. All right, the backs of the cards are quite nice. Nice size for the cards too. I think the standard poker size, but they have a good feel. They've got like almost like a linen finish on them as well. The card backs are great, and it looks like we've got a couple of cards there that have a few extra bits and bobs on them, so we'll have a look at those. I think they might be player aids that maybe have been shuffled in. We'll see how we go there. Looking at the backs of these, or the fronts of these, you've got, so this is obviously a wheat card, and then you've got gems or powder, fabrics, etc. Different value costs as well, it looks like there. Obviously, I'm not entirely 100% sure of the rules, but that's okay. Again, the artwork's fantastic on these. Really gives you a sense of the era that we're trying to recreate. And the colours and the people selling all the goods are the same too. So if you can't discern the colours, you just have to identify the person, and that'll give you an indication of what it is that's being traded or that you have to bid on, which is awesome. That's really cool. I do like the cards. Obviously, there's more to get through. Now, these are the player aids there, which have the lovely lady on the back here. So you have the player aids there. A different scoring setup than the full game in terms of the points. It means if you come in 5th place, because it is, I think only, is it 2 to 6 players in this one as well? I think it is. The 5th player doesn't score 0 points. They score 5, or the last player scores 5 points, sorry. Then you've got here different scoring mechanics based on where you're at. So point values, things like that for 2 players, for 3 to 6 players, etc. Another silk card there, so he's got a different resource. That's interesting. It's like, must be a wild. So he's selling a bit of everything there. So like a star anise, cool. All right, so those are those ones. Again, not a huge amount of stuff in the box, but when it's a card game, all you need is cards pretty much, which is straightforward. We're gonna open this one, it's got a tag on it. Here we go. More plastic on the floor. Again, same backs, using the same first player marker from the base game, which is cool. And again, just quickly skimming through these, you've got more star anise, point tokens, black seals. This guy looks like he means serious business. What else have we got? More star anise. So this is the rest of the deck from the other characters. Wheat cellar, etc. Love the work there on the cards. 2 wheat. Again, we've gone through Game of Thrones and Catan. Who knows what we're going to find in the dice version as well. But that's it for the dice. The card game version. We're going to pack this one up. We're going to break out these tokens. I love these. These are absolutely awesome. And then what we'll do is we'll get into our final one, which will be the dice one. Now that's brand new. The dice one's only just come out. So really looking forward to seeing that one, how it puts in the box, how it all works. And we're going to get all these to the table, have a bit of a Medici-thon, which will be very cool as well. Give us 1 sec, we'll clean up and get into it. All right, lucky last for this round of bits and bobs as we go through all the rest of Medici's. The brand new one just on Kickstarter, and that is the dice. Oh wow, that is a smooth box opening. Now this is the dice version of Medici. Again, artwork by the same Vincent Dure, and obviously Reiner is the designer as well of the game. And it looks like it's going to play very similar, but with dice. So you have the option of chucking things around, which is very cool. The artwork's a bit different. There's not a person there, but you've got all the different die, and then you've got sextants and things as well, which is awesome. Let's have a look and see what's in the box. The artwork on this one is pretty cool. We've got what looks like, how many pages? 11 pages, same as the card game. So it's interesting. The one that's got the least amount of pages is the base game, but then again, obviously it is a bigger canvas with which to pop rules on. So we've also got here 2 to 4 players, and then you've got scoring. This is obviously a roll and write style game, which is very cool. Something a little bit different than obviously just playing cards and actually having a board to score on, things like that. Game end, your total score, how to score the game, and then you've got your total points. So if you score under 80 points, you are a deck scrubber. Score up to nearly 200, you become a captain. If you achieve more than 200, you become a Medici and you join the family. So something to aspire to as you make your way through. Hey, it comes with pencils. Very cool. I like that. The pencils look like they work. They've got a nice length on them as well. Obviously, any pencil will do, but the fact you get pencils in the game box, very good. We will leave those till last. I do like this baggie. It's got the same emblem as that we know and love. It's not been screen printed, it's been embroidered as well, which gives it a nice tactile feel. For the dice, it's a good way to obviously store said dice. You've got what looks like the inaugural first player marker, which is a nice thick piece of chipboard, obviously pre-punched, which is fine. Yeah, nice. No, it makes a nice noise. Nice, it's very chit-worthy. And then you've got, oh wow. So it's not just a pad of score sheets, it is like a ton of score sheets. Wow, that's going to keep you going. And I'm pretty sure you could obviously copy that and print off more if you needed them. Not double-sided, which is okay because there's so many. I think if there was this, less than half the size and they weren't double-sided, I'd feel a bit cheated. But the fact is, I think the dice version was actually cheaper than the card game version. And it looks like there's a ton more content because the card game literally just has cards and the coins, although the coins are very cool, as we established. So you've got point track there for all your different resources that you collect, all your bits and pieces, first round, second round, third round, total score and your name, all that sort of jazz as well. Yeah, that's cool. And then of course, very sensible, a dice tray. In fact, the fact that that's so nondescript, you could use that as a dice tray for pretty much any other game. I like that. And you've got, you know, they've actually listed different spices and things on the side of the container. So you sort of have a bit of artwork on there as well, which is awesome. I love it. The dice that obviously you roll them and then score based on what you can see, what you roll, I should say. Let's get these out and we'll give them a test run. The dice look like they're, oh, there you go, bounced in, perfect. The dice look like they're screen printed as well, which I'm not a huge fan of because the screen print can scratch quite easily. Then again, if you look after things, same as most things, if you look after things, they will last. So you've got different things there, 5 gold, different faces of these. I think they're all the same, which is awesome. Now that's not, here is not, it hasn't rubbed, that's a style of the actual print and the artwork and design. But yeah, I prefer etched dice only because they last longer if the actual screen print fades off as you play and play and play and play. Look, most of the time if you're screen printing dice though, you know, you need to play considerably, give them some tough love in order for the screen print to fade exponentially. So, you know, look, it's not a huge deal breaker, I should say. But do they work? We're going to roll them. Yep, looks like they work, except my crappy die rolls means I've got 1s and 0s, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm pretty sure that you can get re-rolls and things as well. And then you've got this neat little dice bag. I love the fact that every time we've opened a Medici game, there's been one component where I've gone, ooh, that's pretty awesome. The dice bag is great in this one. The crazy metallic coins in the card game are fantastic. And then the first player, the chunky first player marker in the main game I really liked as well. So it's been really interesting going through and the way the different incantations or different iterations, I should say, of how this all works. Look, let's come back out and I'll give you some final thoughts and it'll give me a chance to pack all this up as well and we'll see what we think so far. So there you have it. We have gone through Medici, a Medici card game, Medici dice game, and taken you through a little bit about what it's all about. I would like to record a playthrough. This is something I think Charlotte will be able to play. I know it sort of says 10 plus, but you know, we know Charlotte's beyond her years in terms of games. I do prefer, you know, big box games because it's nice to obviously have lots of components and things, but as a quick fix, the card game, I think, is meant to play in 30 to 45 minutes. The dice game, obviously, faster again. But I think, I don't know, as a quick fill, the dice game just looks awesome. I love the style. I love the little bag that comes in it, and the fact that there's so many pads. It's going to take a lot of games to get through that many. And I think you can, even though it's not designed for it, you can have a solo mode as well, which is great for me when I don't have anyone else around to play with. The Medici family of games by Grail Games right here in Australia is fantastic. Quality is absolutely amazing. We love it. I think it's going to have take its rightful place on our gaming shelf and see the table quite a bit. The good thing is too, now that we can have epic game nights once again, when people do come around to have a board game session, it is their choice. They are the guests. They get to look at the shelf and say, right, I want to play XYZ. We have some demo copies available. So if you would like to come and check out the Gamer Garage and have a look and see what's in there, you can try most of the games before you decide to buy. Otherwise, you can get online at hbgaming.com.au to have a look at all the different goodies that are available. As always, thank you to our Patreon subscribers. We really appreciate your support. And if you are not one of our Patreon subscribers, you're missing out because you get benefits for our gamer army. You also get benefits like express shipping for every order that you place, regardless of its value. And you can jump on board with the link you can see on your screen. Other than that, if you have any questions, folks, hit us up at orders@hbgaming.com.au and keep checking back for more amazing gaming content that we're bringing forth for you, including more unboxings, playthroughs, and other bits and pieces as well. Until then, we are going to get to the table with these ones and give them a bit of a demo. As I mentioned, Catan Blitz is running on the 27th to 29th of November. So if you are into Catan, even if you're not into Catan, it's a good time to get involved. By all means, hit up the Catan Blitz page on the website, register, and may all of your die rolls be amazing ones. Until then, folks, bye for now.